How does she feel over there, Chris? Everything going good over there?
Who, her?
Yeah, how's she feeling over there? Is
She,
everything
she always go.
I mean, with all this COVID going on, how's it? How's she feel over there? As far as it's good over there, safe over there. Not
Yeah,
safe,
yeah.
but
It's
I
well,
hear it's safe over there than it is over
it's
here.
yeah, it's better. It's better over there than
Oh
here.
yeah.
Everywhere,
So
everywhere is better than here.
agreed. Agreed.
FYI.
One of these days, one of these days we're gonna do a that's what he said live from Jamaica. So that's gonna be definitely something for our folks to tune into. All right, everyone, we are back at it with another week of That's What He Said, Gentlemen's Forum. As you know, we have Chris, Mark, and Joe with us. Fellas, you want to greet the team?
Good evening, people. Good evening, our fellow followers of 20 Concepts. So thank you guys for joining. Good evening. Hope everybody's staying safe. And watch yourselves. Take this thing serious because it's out there to get you. So stay safe, have fun, and be blessed.
Chris?
Greetings, blessings, and manners. Welcome as usual. Let's get ready to talk about social media.
Ooh, social media,
And
all
it's
about it.
schism. Yeah.
Isms and schisms.
Yeah.
Oh.
Happy Sunday. We're back at it again. Welcome to our normal viewers and welcome our new viewers.
Hey. What you guys think about did you watch the Verses with Rick Ross?
It was boring.
Was it boring?
Very.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't watched one since The Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, I'll be honest.
Me neither.
I watched a little bit of the Jadakiss. Who would be you all's dream verse battle competition?
That's crazy. We had this debate yesterday playing flag football. We had two, and it came down to two. R. Kelly versus Chris Brown.
Oh.
And Jay-Z versus Lil Wayne.
Ew, no. What?
Yeah, that'll be some good battles, man.
Give me Jay-Z and Eminem. Absolutely.
Nah, man. Lil Wayne got a catalog.
Let me tell you about Eminem.
Eminem good, but remember, Wayne go back to the Hot Boys.
Chris, who would be in your booth?
I got mine already.
Beanie Man and Bounty?
Yeah.
Okay. I know, right?
I'm a big Bounty Killer fan. Hence why I say a lot of mercy. All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Mark, who would be your dream versus?
I'm not a big rap fan. I don't know who came to my mind.
It could be R&B. Yeah, it could be R&B. It could be.
Hold on, let's go back to the 70s. That's where we're going.
Only thing rap was out there, Chris. I tell you one that my daughter threw at me, and I said it'll be good. She said Usher and she said Usher and Chris Brown.
Now that I could rock with more than Usher and R. Kelly.
No, we had that debate too. Somebody said Usher, and they was like, Chris Brown gonna blow him out. R. Kelly has a catalog.
He has a catalog, but that's also different. That's a whole nother age group.
Yeah, true. And that's what she said. She said, "Dad, I know you used to rock the Usher growing up. The younger," she said, the age group she was in, all the younger people chose Chris Brown over Usher. Mm-hmm. All the older people, I don't know really a whole lot of Chris Brown hits. I know a couple of them, but Usher got a catalog.
Yeah,
but Alicia got a point because R. Kelly is like some Tom Joyner Cruise, and Jazz in the Gardens, yeah.
I can't do R. Kelly right now.
And linen suits, and some linen suits come out, yeah. Boy.
Yes, but that's what I think about is Tom Joyner in the linen suits on a cruise. I can't stand you. If I had to choose rap, it would probably be Jay-Z and Eminem. If I had to choose females, it would be Lauryn Hill, and I'll get back to you on who the other chick would be because I don't really know what that could rap with Lauryn Hill. Because it wouldn't be any of these nowadays rappers for sure. Nicki and On, absolutely not. So yeah, maybe like a Raw Digga, or maybe like even Foxy maybe. But Lauryn Hill was the queen of me. And if we go on R&B, let me see. I probably T.W.H.S was such a disappointment when they were on Versus. I don't know.
Hits.
Do have hits that I still listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe like yeah.
Eminem and Jay-Z won't go though.
What do you mean?
Nah.
That would have to be a freestyle though in order for
Nah.
Chris, here's one from the past. Earth, Wind, and Fire versus Commodores.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good one though. That would be a good versus.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha gave a good one. She says Sizzla and Buju would be a good one. Lauryn Hill versus Eve is what Andy says. Eve wouldn't stand a chance, but that would be cool.
Hold on now.
Eve wouldn't stand a chance.
Eve was bad.
She was, I'll give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
She was bad.
What about Eminem and 6ix9ine?
All right, so let's jump into the conversation because Chris and his shenanigans is getting borderline disrespectful.
Yeah, that was total disrespect.
Right. But again, happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to That's What He Said, Gentlemen's Forum, where we uncover the thoughts of our amazing Black men through transparency and vulnerability. Just so you know, you can catch up on prior conversations around relationships, social and economic happenings, and mental health on YouTube. This much needed dialogue is intended to improve our families, our communities, and most importantly, our well-being. So join us as we help to change the narrative and push our people forward. So right out the gate, I'm just gonna ask you all, what were some things that stood out to you from last week? Like what were some of the points shared or questions asked that kind of resonated with you throughout the week? I'll start with Mark.
About the social media and how our youth are dealing with as far as the dating scene. How's it affecting relationship and communication with the young people? And I did start a little homework on that just to find out, how social media are running, either ruining or encouraging or discouraging our youth. Didn't find too much on it, but that kind of piqued curiosity in me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure our viewers have their 2 cents on how social media is impacting their dating life. So go ahead and throw in the chat for us. If you're single, what is social media doing for your dating life? Hell, if you're in a relationship, what is social media doing for your relationship? So let us know. We'll add it into the conversation. Chris, what about you?
My takeaway last week was I just couldn't believe how emotionally invested people were in this thing. Yeah. So, that's my perspective, because I just look at it like, I don't have anything to really do, so let me just scroll, or I have something to post, or look at some good posts. That's it. But I'm just surprised how people take stuff personally and stuff like that. You didn't like my thing, and
Yeah. Or taking things as Bible, right? Like instead of doing any kind of research or any kind of, they're like, oh, they put it on social media, so that's true.
Just run with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe, I know you're not much of a social media user, so what are your thoughts?
Just how it can be a gift and a curse. It's a gift if you use it the right way. It's a curse, like the fella said, if you use it as your Bible.
For sure. Okay. So I'm curious, do any of you all follow your exes on social media? Why or why not? So Chris, are you friends or do you follow any of your exes on social media?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Follow me. It depends on the dynamics, of the relationship. And you know what I mean? Because there's some ex that would never follow me, and
Are you following them?
And it's quite fun. No, if it just move on, just move on. You understand?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you know what? Chris, just real quick, you had me worried. I'm like, I don't think Chris heard this question.
Right.
Oh, you were like, yeah, yes.
No, but it's true. Yeah, but I do
No,
because
you're
I have
saying,
ex that I follow, that I talk to as a friend, but we just gotten to that place where, because when you actually really, really get over somebody, and you both got over somebody and you realize why it didn't work, because guess what? I had to be here. I had to go meet my Prince Charming, or I had to go meet my prince. You know what I mean? My queen. It doesn't matter. But then they're the ones now that they can't handle it. Because it's still emotionally invested. So if I put up something or you put up with another girl, they can't take to see it. You know what I'm saying? Versus the ones that follow me and I follow and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy when you're happy. You know what I mean? So so I have both.
So in some cases, they're cool with you and follow you until you post another girl, and then it's tough.
Right. But then they weren't really cool anyway, because they didn't want to follow you, they didn't want to see it, they didn't want to, you know what I mean? Some of them do it to the point they even want to have a conversation with you. You know,
so they just nosy, basically.
Yeah.
So they're just nosy.
It might be. Yeah. You might be bitter because I can't see why I did that bad. You see what I'm saying? So I just come to the conclusion that you still have some type of feelings.
Okay. Mark, are you friends with any of your ex? Look, you're like, no, because Cassandra is right.
Hell no. Hell no. Nope, not thinking about it. Nope, never will. Next question. No.
And he on lockdown too?
Right.
Yeah, right.
He's
quarantined.
quarantined.
Got nowhere to go.
Yeah, we don't need.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you this: when you say follow, do you mean accept them as a friend, or actually following them and like, hey, what's going on? You know, hitting them up. Which one?
Yeah. So like on Instagram, it would be considered like a follower. So moral of the story: are they friends with you? Can they see their activity? Can you see their activity? Can each other comment on photos or anything that you put down? And by the way, you showed your age with that question, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because Instagram. So I only follow comedians on Instagram. So I don't even know if she has Instagram, and I don't know if anybody following me because I don't really know how to work it.
Okay.
But Facebook, I did accept exes on Facebook, but I don't. When I see them post, I don't comment on it. To me, it's like, nope, I can't comment. So even with the ex-wife, I don't comment. Nope.
But you're friends with your ex-wife on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing she do is Facebook, I think. Oh, that's the only thing I do. So yeah, she's a friend on Facebook.
Okay.
A couple exes are friends on. A couple exes, my ex-wife and ex-girlfriends are friends on Facebook, but I don't comment.
Okay.
I don't really look for them to comment on mine. You know, look, but don't say nothing.
Oh, you just lurk.
Just
okay.
Lurk. Yep. Don't you dare put a comment in.
I didn't know he was in the lurker club.
Well, no, you know, I don't.
I guess we all are.
No.
Let's be real.
Facebook only if it pops up. Like, you know, you have some people who what do you call it when you scrolling through, people who what's the word? People who scrolling through. I don't go looking for stuff. I go on Facebook and whatever I see initially on there, that's what I'll look at. But I don't go looking to see. Let me see what Alicia said this week or today. If it's not in those first couple of
okay, Mark, nice. Andy said, yeah, okay, Mark,
nice. It's not in the feed. Okay.
Next, go ahead, Joe. You got something on this, Joe? Go ahead.
Aisha, before Joe, real quick before you add, it's funny because Aisha says she blocks all her exes. She's like, they are all blocked. And
what's Aisha's sign?
She is Aisha. Let us know what your sign is. I don't remember off top.
Like
but I'm a Virgo, and I block all mine too because in my mind we have nothing to talk about.
But why block them?
Because why do they? Actually, I unfriend them, so they don't even They don't even need to know that I exist because there's nothing to talk about. Like,
Chris, I think you hit on the head. There's still some overlaps, feelings of emotion
not
that has
even.
not been
You know what? Let me
exercised.
pass it to Joe because I'm pretty sure as a fellow Virgo himself, he might.
Yes,
Joe,
Mark.
what are your thoughts?
Yes, we're on to something.
I actually don't block anyone. Yeah, I don't like none of my exes or anything. I really don't. I've been deleted though. I've been deleted and blocked.
How you know you've been deleted and blocked, Joe?
I don't know why. You know. In these day and age, when you know something happens, the first thing you do, you go to the friend list. You're like, up, figured.
I know why though, Joe. I know why. It's the same reason that Alicia has when she blocks them. Unfriend them.
They gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Yeah, but they don't know, just like Joe.
Yeah.
They don't know.
I mean,
block. Yeah, they're wasting their block.
Well, I'm not blocking out of malice because then I would be one of those people to post beforehand that I'm about to block people. You know how they give that announcement before they do what they need to do. So I don't need to announce it, but I don't need to see anything on your mind. I don't need to know what you're doing. So delete.
Oh, so you mean that just seeing them and seeing what they're doing will bother you?
Not that it would bother me, but why do I need to see it?
Let's dwell in a little further on that, Alicia. Go
we
ahead,
don't have to because we have a whole bunch of other questions to get to. And by the way, my Aisha is a Pisces. She let us know.
Oh, that don't. Okay.
But
Yep.
I'm not
was a Pisces.
Who was?
Who blocked me was a Pisces. Yes, facts.
Well, speaking for all Pisces, we are not like that. We're pretty calm people. So I don't know. She may be 30% Pisces and maybe 70% Sagittarius.
All right, so we're gonna dive deeper into it because y'all trying to justify why I get rid of people, and for me, it's a way to detox. I think it's healthy. As Janie would say, we need to heal, and that is exactly how I heal. All right, next question. So, how much is too much interaction, or how much is too much sharing? You got people that post everywhere.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back to what I said last week, man. I feel when you share those nasty plates, that's too much sharing. Like if you share something that's good for the community, good for what you're doing, like you're selling something, I think that's good. But if you know your food look ugly and it's nasty, quit sharing it. That's too much sharing. Ain't nobody trying to see that.
Jomo got a bone to pick with these ugly food plates like Chris has with his bus stop.
No, but that too, and then the people that tell you they every move.
Yeah.
I just got up. Hashtag back to the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, watching TV. Let me rewind that. Like, come on. Like stop it.
Every friggin' minute. Every friggin' minute, I'm doing something. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Or the ones that share like the drama. The ones that share the drama, cussing out the baby daddy. Or I've actually seen the baby father post all the baby mother business on there. She don't take care of the kid. She not giving them the money for their school. And she just running around with this waste man. That's stuff like that.
That's what I mean. Like, it's because
you gotta be kidding.
They're airing out laundry on this platform as if it's not going to be permanent. I don't know that people think all the way through before posting because it's so impulsive that no matter what you're doing or how you're feeling, you post and send. Like, you're not really thinking through the repercussions or who could look at it, who could see it. Like, yeah.
Sometimes I'm just waiting on Jerry Springer to pop up. That's how bad it is.
Mark, what's your thoughts?
I had something I was gonna say on that, and I forgot just that quick.
How much is too much sharing?
Yeah, too much sharing. don't know what too much is. I don't share a whole lot. I mean, I don't follow people enough to know how they sharing. But I went back to what Joe was saying about I've seen people post like I'm heading to I'm at the L.A. airport, um, flying off to Miami. Like, you know, so any like any private stuff just to me is just too much. You know, back to the food, the restaurants. I'm eating at so and so restaurant. The food here is real good. I always wonder, are they getting a discount for this advertisement? So
You
I
would
don't
think.
know. I'm pretty sure the restaurant has a blog for that to give them feedback. I don't know if they're looking at your Facebook page.
You know,
So
so you said that, Mark. You know what happened to me? I got blocked one time just because of that. Because this girl put on there that this is where she is at with her location.
And knowing you
Or,
said, who cares in
so,
capital letters.
but what I put in the comment was this. I was just being sarcastic. So I put in the comment and I put, oh, that's where you are. And then I put in brackets in my stalker voice.
but this is
All
what's
of a
funny.
sudden I get blocked, eh?
As I said, this so several times I looked on that. So let's go back to last week to young people. I think it was Instagram I was on,
Mhm.
and people was in the club, you know, and how they I guess that you get the phone and you do like it was the phone, so you drink it, and then you in the club and you showing
Everybody.
everybody in the club. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, how much fun are you having if you have to every 15 minutes you taking a picture of you in the club, you ain't dancing, you got to drink, and so yeah, that to me is just too much.
A lot of these like video footages have become staples. It's almost like
Mhm.
everybody does a certain thing. Like everybody does the shots in the club or the food shots. Like there's a lot of repetition in what people are posting. So there's definitely a theme. I like what Kimberly said. She says too many people seek validation on social media. So let's talk a little bit about validation. Like when you hear that, how does that relate to social media? Like what have you seen that relates to that? I'll
Oh,
start with Chris.
crazy things, crazy things. Um, I've seen where guys put what shoes they're buying for the girl. I bought her this. I bought her that. Why? Why?
Mm,
You know what I mean? But it's just constant validation. But I mean, I wouldn't say it really, that's the root of where it came from, because most people who are like say black people, most black people who are insecure with themselves, they usually need to have like a certain type of brand name clothes, shoes. I gotta have Jordans, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, to kind of validate themselves, like feel like a person, right? Whereas, you see what I'm saying, another person from another race, like a Chinese guy, they'll have on his whatever. You see what I'm saying? And he feels like a human being. So I believe it's social media now just kind of amplify it.
for sure. It definitely amplifies fronting. Like fronting is at an all-time high. We used to be able to call people out back in the day when they were fronting or when they had a knockoff
Yeah,
something, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But nowadays, like people will take a picture next to something saying they bought it when they didn't, or like, you know, they were gifted this when they really weren't. Like just to front, Andy added in the chat that he was at a high-end restaurant. A couple came in, sat and ordered one appetizer and water, did a whole video, got the check and left. So they were just fronting to say that they were at the place. And I'm wondering,
Mhm.
like, whose like was that important that you had to go to that level of fronting to
Listen,
prove?
you'll be surprised.
Talk to me, Joe.
You will be surprised. I was in Atlanta not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, or last weekend, a couple weeks ago, and I went to the mall, and I swear to you, every girl had on the one piece with the furry slippers, and every had on designer. I seen dudes bigger than me with Gucci shirts on. Gucci don't make sizes that big. So like, come on, man. But it's gotten to a point where it's like they don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They don't
Or
care.
yeah, their worth is in the name brand. Mm.
and material stuff.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
I mean, the
So
Gucci shirts we used to buy out of Oakland flea market wasn't real. What? Damn it.
They had the wrong font for the G, Mark. You should have known.
That's what it was. It had a little G and a big G.
A little G. They had Times Roman as the font for their G. That ain't Gucci. All right. So what do you all think about, do you have any rules when it comes to social media while being in a relationship? So for instance, like, have you established any rules like posting each other's pictures or tagging each other or updating marital status or liking other women's pages? Is that a no-no, or like, are any of these discussed, and what would be your rules when it comes to social media? So Joe, I'm gonna throw it at you because I think you're single, but anyway, what would be your rules?
Man, out there like that, Alicia?
Yeah, like I was gonna bring it back. Like, don't even put it out. Either way, what would be your rules?
I don't make no rules for social media. You know, everything is just respect. You know, everything is out of respect. There's no set rules for social media. I mean, you got to know, don't overuse it, meaning don't spend majority of our time on social media. But there's no rules. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm not faking it until I make it. You on your own.
Joe said, I don't need you to tag me. I don't need you to at where we're going. Like, got it. Chris?
Like I said last week, my rules are if we're not married or we're not living together, we're not going up there. There's no need. Now, if we're married or we're living together and we're serious like that, now, I mean, of course, we can post stuff, but it's not every minute we're posting something. So
I said, you ain't going up there until we got a serious status. Is that because the deleting aspect is just way too time consuming? If it doesn't work out, you got to go through and delete everything?
No, because what happened now is you become a spectacle. Because what if it don't work out? All of a sudden, the picture stop now.
Yeah.
With boo. Or sometimes they delete it.
Now it's just pictures with him.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody, they're not together anymore. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so it is, a need to know basis.
I would tell you this: if I was dating, I would want the person I'm dating to use social media as much as possible, because it would tell so much about you, and I would just sit back and read, just to see what type of person you are. Because any person who's posting up like that, this is gonna be a real short relationship. And I think just letting them go, posting stuff up. Because if I'm dating you, I don't care if you say you tag me on all your posts. Hey, we out. But if I look up and I see you doing a lot of this, and again, back to validating, you're validating that you have a man and let everybody know you got a man, and everywhere you and your man go, that's gonna be a real short relationship. And I need to see that.
I actually like that advice. So while you're dating, check out their social media habits. Are they posting a lot? Is what they're posting the truth? That's another thing.
And who's the people on there? Who's the people that respond? And who's the people that respond on your posts? I know who your friends are. You know how your mom used to tell you.
Yeah.
I tell you, show me your friends. I can tell you something about yourself.
That's true.
But my mother also said, Simeon, come live with me. It's two different things. So I can be dating you, and you on your P's and Q's, it nice and hot and whatever. All of a sudden, boom, here comes you on social media all the time. I mean, you have to factor that in too. I mean, it's true. You want to look and see, but most of the time, you get the representative first. Remember the representative? Yeah.
But at least that person there, at least on their P's and Q's and acting accordingly, right? Because that's what you want. Fool me. Damn, fool me. But don't show your hand day one. You show me your hand day one. Oh, hell yeah, we done. So I didn't have to work for this.
Especially that phone behavior in general. Like if they can't not be off the phone around you, like
I'm telling
They,
you, if I take you
No, no,
out to
no. But
eat,
what about
take
when
a
the
picture of
phone?
your
No,
food
but what
before you
about
pray.
when the phone is far away? The ones that keep the phone far away when they're around you.
That's scared to answer it.
That's
They,
different.
if you're talking to somebody and they keep the phone, are the ones that turn the phone face down.
No, I turn the phone face down. I do that dust on my
Joe,
screen.
Joe,
I do. I do it so I don't get dust on my screen.
you're a bad.
good cover up, Joe. He said so he don't get dust on the screen, y'all. Now that's a slick answer right there.
Nope. Seriously.
Okay. So we don't get dust on the screen. Got it. But yeah, to Chris's point, someone who keeps their phone completely out of sight often, I think I'd be more concerned about the person that can't be without their phone for 5 minutes. What do you have going on that's that important that you're just that addicted? And you know, in my kind of research this week, I saw, have you guys heard of FOMO? It stands, yes, fear of missing out. And that's like a legit thing. Like it's common amongst like teenagers, but they said adults have it too, where, you know, people fear missing out on the latest update, the latest music video, the latest joke, the latest news, that they always feel like they have to be in connection with what's going on. What do you guys think about FOMO?
I think it's a human thing. I think it really depends on the certainty of it and how extreme it is. I mean, some things you could go without missing, like, you know, but some people really do want to make sure they're on the scene for everything or make sure they're a part of everything. And I think that's going overboard.
I agree with Joe 100%. I think that's the basic human setup because you want to watch the game. You want to know what's going on with the game. You want to know what's going on. You want to keep up with the soap opera. You want to keep up with the news. You want to keep up with this. You know what I mean? So they just play on it. But I just don't believe social media is the root of any of this.
The avenue for them to display what they already have.
Yeah, I think it's amplified now, but I don't think it's the root. I think it's been programmed a long time ago.
That's what I was gonna say about the validation is that people have always fronted. You know, it's I remember back in high school, when sterling silver was out, and we all, my brothers had sterling silver, so we would the necklaces, so we would always share. Man, let me get some of that sterling. Let me get 3 necklaces. I'm going out tonight. I only owned one. So, but like Chris was just saying, social media has just given a place for you not only just to front to the people in your neighborhood. Now, when I front, I can do it on a whole nother level. So, yeah, I don't. Social media is not the problem. It's just that people have always had these characteristics, but social media now gives them a much bigger platform, and now it encourages you to really go for it.
Well, another question that I have for you all a little later, but social media also, I think because there's earning potential with it, where if you get to a certain amount of followers or a certain amount of viewers, like now you can start monetizing. So people are in some cases selling out for the likes and selling out for the followers. Like they're doing whatever they need to get that additional attention for those YouTube. Like people are selling out their kids to perform on YouTube to get the likes. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people are very lucrative in the business, but other people are really trading in values and, and morals for those likes. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
It just make it easier for you to front, and then they can come up with all kind of stuff. Like, I mean, even with just say, for example, at work, people can be fronting that they got pants on.
Oh, now that we're virtual?
Yeah, you're in the Zoom meeting, can't front like I have pants on. I just shirt on, you understand, in my drawers. And I probably shouldn't say this. Yeah.
That's
I retract.
Chris has issues. You probably fronting now with no pants on, but we're not gonna go there. All right. Question: is social media the root of mental illness, such as anxiety, depression, due to a lot of like comparison and excessive posting of wins instead of losses? So do you all think that social media is the new root of all evil over money?
Yes.
Why you say yes, Joe?
Definitely, because it goes on what we're talking about. Social media for some people is their answer to everything. Um, I had to tell someone the other day, one of my agents, I told him you got to take the wins, you got to take the losses the same way you take the wins, and that's just putting the perspective of life. You go on social media and somebody says something and you feel like, oh man, why did they say this about me? Where at the end of the day, man, don't give a fuck what they say, man. You living your life, you walking in your shoes, you don't know what they got going on. So why let someone come in and dictate your feelings, dictate what they think look good, or even dictate how you feel? And that's with social media, and that's where my hate comes from. Social media. Like I used to be, coming up young, I was on social media, but I realized what it did to people, and I didn't want to support that. I realized that people took away the aspect of, let's say, I see Chris, hey Chris outside, Chris, yo, you like my style up? Chris, tell me something about whatever. But you go on Facebook, you put it on, and you get 2 likes, and right there you feel like, oh man, I didn't do good enough, I didn't dress good enough. Let me put on social media so I can get a bunch of likes, and you don't get the likes, and now you're depressed.
They did link the two. Okay. Chris, do you agree? Do you think social media is the new root of evil?
I don't believe. Like I said, with everything else, I believe it's amplified, because what kind of system we have? We have a capitalism system where money is glorified, status is glorified, titles are glorified, anything materialistic is glorified. That's been embedded in us for a long time now, to the point where you have people that say, this is the saying that I really loathe, what people say, oh, I was a nobody, I know I'm somebody. Right? So you was a nobody, and you was a nobody. Why? Because why? And that was way before social media. So to me, that again, social media is just a branch. That's not the root. The system only works the way it's designed. And this is how the system is designed. They glorify these politicians, these people. And when you check it out now, the Epstein files, the Jeffrey Epstein files, you're seeing who they really are. You understand? So instead of judging people and their character, this system does not judge it that way. Just judge on whatever. Oh my God, you're a doctor? So, you go to the fast food place, they can't even wait 5 minutes to get the food, but they will sit there and wait 2 hours on the doctor and have the best attitude when the doctor walks in. So when I talk about the bus stop, it's just a symbolism for that. So social media just amplify everything, because the same thing. Now I don't want to see nobody at the bus stop. Nobody not posting on social media. Hey, look guys, look where I'm at. I'm the bus stop about to catch that bus.
Nobody.
Right? Because
that's not considered. It's not considered a win. It's not considered a leg up.
So why? So there's so many different pressures for them to front.
Yeah.
So many pressures.
Right. We're gonna make
and you guys aren't even female. So yeah, there's a lot of pressures. We're gonna get into
I love off Alicia. But guess what? Think I can't let Alicia know I'm at the bus stop? No.
So you take the picture next to the Mercedes in a parking lot that you
right,
don't even.
And then Alicia go,
Mark, we have someone that says yes, it is the root. We have Chris that says no, it's not the root, but it is a branch. What are your thoughts on social media being the new evil?
I would agree with Chris. Just like money is not the root of evil, it's the love of money. So social media, to me, I don't see it as a root, but it is definitely a means by being exposed or getting your, something you said earlier about usually you'll have your town idiot. Every town got one idiot, and you don't.
Well, our country got one.
Well, see, that's a whole nother conversation, right? Um, but there's a lot of people that don't, maybe not follow the idiot, just let him kind of do what he do because he's harmless. But now you put that idiot on social media, and he may find a couple other idiots, and all I need is to find one other person who believes in whatever idiocracy that I have, and they agree to it, and don't let a couple of more join.
Oh,
So where before in my town, I was the only town they did, nobody else kind of, gave me the time of day. I get on social media, find a couple of people who feel this way, and we often run it. And I don't need that many people. I just need somebody else to confirm what I'm saying or validate what I'm saying, or just give me a lighter. It's just a flick of a light to say that what you're saying is true. That's it. That's all I need. And I've seen some people like there's somebody there back in the East working for this company, and you all would know them. And maybe got 3 or 4 people on Facebook, and it's just these 3 that keep up the whole rhetoric about pro this and against that. And I asked myself, these are the only 3 people you dealing with, but they keep themselves going. They encourage each other, and they just go. And everybody else who chime in, tell them, listen, you all are stupid. You're wrong. Do some fact checking. Have you read any books lately? But there's only 3 that keep the whole thing going. So you would think there's a lot of people, doing it. But all you need is one other idiot, and social media gives you that platform to find that idiot, and y'all hook up, and there you go.
wow.
It's a lot of idiots.
And the thing is, you think it's well, it's a lot of them out there, Chris. But you'll think you'll see somebody say something stupid, and you'll think a lot of people be chiming in on it because there's be so many comments, like 127 comments. When you start looking at the name, it'd be the same people.
It'd be the same.
Oh hell, you ain't got a whole lot of followers. You got 3 different idiots, So
that talk a lot. Yeah.
yeah, that talk a lot. So yeah. So social media, I don't think it's evil, but it definitely gives a platform and the vehicle to get your whatever you want out there, whatever you're looking for. And back to what you guys were saying about someone being, and then on the flip side of that, you got the one person in high school who would get teased. So you may get teased in your neighborhood, but now if I tease you on social media, your name is out there forever. And like you say, it's out there forever. And so depression, it does play a part in mental illness, depression, because it's just not Chris, Joe, and Alicia that know this. Now it's a whole bunch of people all over the country that now know this. They don't know me, but they know of me in this situation. So yeah, now my depression has been just increased 1,000-fold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you posted something that got shared far too many times. Now your employer knows, now your family knows, now everybody knows, and this is who you are, even though that was just a moment of that information posted about you.
So think about the lady in the park with the dog, the bird watching.
Mm-hmm.
Just think if it weren't for social media, how far would that have gone? But it
Not
hit social
far.
media.
It wouldn't.
Got fired. Yeah, people had death threats on them from all the way in Europe. So it's crazy.
So I wouldn't be appropriate if I don't speak to the benefits also that social media has brought about. I know it's helped to keep family and friends close. With me living in Florida and the majority of my family back in Denver, it is good to see some posts here and there of what they're up to and what they're doing, because I'll be honest, we don't get on the phones that often. Mm-hmm. So it is another means of keeping us close and connected when used properly. Go ahead, Mark.
So Charles made mention of that last week, and that's what I want to bring up this week. And you just hit it. So has it done good by you not calling your family? Because social media, you just see posts and you see pictures, but doesn't that kind of take away from you calling them like, hey, how y'all doing? So what's going on? Because now I saw your post. I need to talk to you. I kind of feel like I talked to you.
It does not substitute. I will say that it does not substitute the efforts of calling.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Sometimes they call you to tell you to like the pic.
Hey, I saw my pic. You didn't like it. Can you go back and like it?
Yeah, you see my post? Go like it. Go look at it. Yeah.
That's not calls that you're getting.
But I'm just wondering, does that take away from now me actually calling and talking to my friends opposed to reading posts and sending one of those sentences and like, okay,
Well, I'm gonna say it shouldn't substitute, but I will say I've seen where it has substituted. Where the efforts of calling and making those personal efforts should still be practiced, but for some, they count liking a post or commenting on a picture equivalent to making a call. When to me, they're in two separate lanes, if you would. One to me is passive, and the other one's intentional. I don't know that anything will ever replace dialogue, back and forth dialogue on a phone, in person. Nothing to me will replace that. So yeah, with social media, a lot could be misinterpreted, timing. You could like something a whole 3 months later, you can reply or choose not to reply. So in a lot of ways, I do think social media is affecting our ability to communicate, because a lot of it is a choice, and because you have emojis that supplement words. You have, I don't know that the intention around communication is as intentional as it was in the past. You could do WTF nowadays, or you could just send a quick emoji on how you're feeling, and that substitutes the actual words. But what I will say is, what I loathe about social media is the just overall distraction. If you were to count the minutes that you spend on social media, you can't ever say that you can't get into shape. You can't say that you can't read a new book. You can't say that you can't learn a new activity, because literally scrolling, I could mess around and scroll for 5 minutes, but end up on an ex's sister's employer's page. Like, how did it such a rabbit hole? You're like, wait, how did I get here? So you definitely got to be careful.
But to add real quick to what you were saying initially about the benefits, I think a pro is, especially in this COVID time, them GoFundMe page, because I see a lot of GoFundMe page and they're helping people, and all these DJs, or we call them selectors in Jamaica, they can go on and donate me. Now, let's just imagine if there was no social media and they get shut down like this in COVID. They would get nothing. They would have no platform, you know what I mean, to utilize. So I see a pro in that.
Oh, for sure. Like, social media has allowed a lot of businesses to still stay afloat despite these threats of COVID. I know my girlfriend, who does a child enrichment program in daycares, she was able to make it virtual. But can you imagine if that wasn't an option? Like, her business would have been, very challenged right now. So
I wouldn't have a job.
You wouldn't have a job. Yeah. All right. Let's jump to the next one. Do you think social media has ruined the imagery and expectations of what real and natural women and men should look like? So let's talk about like perfections due to like filters and image alterations. We could even get into twerking videos. Like, how has
Joe like that one? Joe.
Yeah, he did. Joe, you like that new Cardi B video?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
The song is trash.
You said the song is trash?
The song and the video trash.
Oh, okay. What makes it trash, Joe? I'm curious.
It's just, it's the same video that Megan put out with Nicki Minaj. The same, they're doing the same thing, and it's like they're selling themselves. They're selling themselves, and it's the wrong message. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's that funk," but if you really listen to what they're saying, it's like, come on, man, they setting y'all out for failures. They made already. And a lot of them, and that's why sometimes, you can't really respect them. You respect the older MCs and stuff that let you know that I can't rap about certain things anymore because I'm not doing it anymore. But some of the things they rap about is like, you setting these girls up for failure, man.
Mhm. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's monotonous.
It's literally a musical strip show.
Mm-hmm.
Like like even the video is so demeaning to women. You know what? I'll save that for another topic. Let's get back.
What's the name of the video?
Look, he like, I want to watch it. I mean,
Research.
Earth, Wind, and Fire not in it. I gotta
hey, you can't watch this video while you quarantining. Your wife would kill you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look, W.A.P.
Yeah, I came across it the other day on YouTube, and I was like, man, I watched it a couple times.
And this is YouTube, like not even any kind of like, are you 18 to watch this type of thing? It's like YouTube, like where Jason KK could jump on and see it. You get what I'm saying? Like it's raunchy. It's raunchy.
I mean, but you know,
stop getting excited.
Well, never mind.
But everything is raunchy.
Yeah, so you say everything's raunchy. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to social media, the imagery and expectation. Because it's hard out here for women, I'll be honest, for like the natural women that aren't under the knife or having the wigs every 10 minutes. Or
see, we're gonna have to disagree there, Alicia. That social media got you thinking that. I don't think.
Talk to me then, Joe. Talk to me and tell me how it's not
tell her,
difficult.
Joe.
I really don't think it's hard for you. I think social media makes it seem like it's hard, but when they snatch these wigs off, what you think they are? They regular women. Yeah, some people put on for social media make you think that they're getting this or they're getting that. Ain't no nobody want that, man. Don't nobody want that.
Well, we're talking about like the standard of beauty in general because
I need conversation. Give me conversation. Give me conversation. I prefer conversation over anything. Give me conversation. You know, give me conversation. Give me a good mindset. Give me a partner. Give me someone that's a team player. Give me someone that I know is gonna have my back. Not somebody that's gonna talk about getting the surgery in 6 months, then getting that. Now I'm not knocking the surgery. I'm not knocking what you do, but you're not my partner. You know, I don't want. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want you. I don't want you talking about surgery. Let's talk about investing. Let's talk about property. Yeah, trust me, y'all winning. Believe it or not, at least y'all winning.
All right, let me jump.
And I'll add this to that, Joe, and I agree with Joe. At least I ever since I mean, growing up, there have always been the trophy wife, or so to speak, that growing up. Okay, I'm gonna show my age again. Like Jane Kennedy. You
got our audience Googling to see what she. But go ahead.
Google it because that means you're listening. So you got these actresses that these models that you like, man, that's nice. But at the end of the day, I'm not looking to put a ring on Cardi B. That's a fantasy. You look at the little twerking and you're like, oh, that's straight. But when it's time, when you start talking about a partner and a wife and a mother and somebody who, that was just something that was just a fantasy or something that was just not unattainable, but that's not what I want. I might want that for the night. So, and that's what I share with my daughter, is that if that's what you're selling, then that's the people that's going to be buying. So if you twerking, and I know you from social media, and I know you quick to twerk, you quick to twerk and do all this other stuff you're doing, you're not the person I'm thinking about bringing home seriously. You're the person I'm thinking about smash and grab.
I'm a Drake line them. One time is fine with me.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's what you selling? Okay. Because if I'm buying a Mercedes, then I'm looking to buy a nice car. But if you got a little, the side hustle over a little side car, then I'm gonna pimp that mobile for a minute. So I don't.
Yeah, but a lot of these stripper type females are getting married, though. A lot of them are getting
who are they getting married to?
They get married.
They're getting married to the same dudes that all these same chicks like.
Yeah, they just stay in the same circle.
I'm just saying, as a female, it feels like thoughts be winning.
The reason why you say that,
Tamara even said it in the chat. It feels like thoughts are winning. Here's why. You guys, I feel like black men.
She clapping.
And I'm not going to say all of them, like, let me not clap. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say it feels like black men like you all who say that you like us natural, I feel like you guys don't speak up enough about it. I feel like where's the platform that bigs up the natural, the down to earth Black women? Like there isn't that platform.
See, the reason why there's not a platform
that is getting the majority of the props or the praise is with these, like we're hearing night and day, we're seeing all the likes, we're seeing all the comments around the women with the fake this and that, getting all the love. But it's like, yeah, it's like y'all love us in secret. Yeah, we like y'all though, but y'all are winning. Like why we can't be big though?
I'm trying to tell you, the dudes that y'all like them. You don't like the dudes at the bus stop.
Chris, I told you there are no guys at the bus stop.
You all like the dudes who got this and got that.
That's not true. I'm telling you, that is not.
I'm speaking seriously. This is how it is. So you're looking at these guys. These guys love these girls. Then you feel left out, just like how the dude at the bus stop feels left out. So now you want to complain, You're not looking at these other dudes anyway, the trying ones, whatever. But just to get back to what you were saying.
That's true, Chris, because remember, we could put on the guy at the bus stop, but as soon as he buys his first car, now he's really feeling himself and goes towards the stripper girl. So we could keep it going both ways.
You don't know because you never tried it.
You don't know that. You don't know that we haven't fostered the guy at the bus stop because we believe in his potential. Like, why do we have to choose between that?
Can I say something?
Let's be real.
Go ahead, Mark.
Let's be real. That's not happening, right? And that rarely happens, okay? Girls do not gravitate towards that. They gravitate towards security.
And guys gravitate towards visual stimulation.
They want to see you with
guys gravitate towards visual stimulation.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Alicia. We are visual creatures, but this is what I'm saying. If you're looking for a husband, if I'm looking for a wife, you can visually stimulate me all day long. But yeah, Cardi B, she's nice to look at. She's nice to look at, but that's not the one I'm trying to set up with. Now you were saying that they are finding husbands. There's people out there for everybody. Now I'm not saying that you got women on the street who eventually got married. So you find the right person, there's always somebody out there for everybody. But this is what I'll tell you, that those women who are this goes back to our earlier conversation. Women like yourself is not on social media seeking validation because you don't need to. What you guys are seeing is women who are seeking validation, seeking likes, seeking a need to be noticed. So women like yourself, that you don't find people like you on Facebook doing all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and to me, it looks. I mean, and I think to the average person, it looked like this is the majority of women because you see it all the time. But that's because women like yourself are not on there. So, like I said,
and that's the point I was trying to make, Mark. Cardi B got cheated on publicly, humiliated. Exactly. You don't see Beyonce on social media, and Beyonce
got cheated on too.
Making way more moves than Cardi B.
But that's my point. That's the point we're making. Is that who are the guys?
So if Halle Berry and Beyonce are getting cheated on, is there really any hope for?
Cardi B got cheated on.
I'm saying, but if Beyonce and Halle Berry are getting cheated on, is there hope for the natural down to earth? What I'm
saying is, what kind of dudes are they talking to? You're missing that part of the equation.
Will Smith got cheated on too.
Woman, it takes two to tango. You're only talking about the woman and then she hot and whatever and she's made up. But what kind of guys are talking to them? They're not talking to, and that's why I keep telling you the bus stop, you're not talking to the regular guy.
Oh, hold on. We could talk about this. Let's talk about how guys aren't even approaching these type of women anymore. Like,
what guys are you talking about?
Listen, okay. Remember a couple weeks ago when we talked about how some some women are having to trade in their desires for a husband and kids because there aren't any suitable men to date. So they're not even getting approached. They're not even getting
What's
spoken
suitable?
to. What do you mean what's suitable? Not in prison, not 6 different baby mothers.
Continue.
Somewhat educated, has a job would be nice. So we're just asking for an adult candidate to date.
Well, that's because it's like they need someone in their lives instead of just being patient and letting it come to them. Yeah, some ladies, some women, even some men, it's like they need somebody.
I agree. Yes, some of them need, but some of them are desiring a partnership. They're not even getting approached.
But that's because it's like Chris is saying, who are they looking to approach them?
I'm telling you, Joe.
Approach them.
Put them in the friend zone.
Yeah, you look at somebody. Let's say, Alicia, if a guy approaches you up to your standards, but just because he's not coming to your standards, you're gonna be like, nah.
Joe, they put them in the friend zone. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. And then they complain. Yep. I want a nice guy. When a nice guy come by,
he's too nice.
Perfect example. So nice. Family Matters.
Because you're looking for something edgy. You like challenge.
What was it, Joe?
She didn't want Urkel.
Yeah, well, I don't blame her.
You see me? You know, that's horrible. Like, she didn't want the real person. She wanted a made-up person.
They just said that.
Hey, you know
that ain't true, man. That ain't true. In my circle alone, I know several women who are successful. They are loving. They are down to earth, natural, all of that.
Newsflash, Alicia, your circle is really, really tiny.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, anyway, back to the question at hand, because we got off topic. Do you think
but this goes into it. This is what social media has done to us. Yeah, it makes people
tiny.
Give a bad perception of what's really
going on. it makes it horrible because the women that are doing something, that are being successful, don't have time to be taking pictures, to filter it, to Photoshop it, to do all these things to get liked. We got women out there that's really working. We got women out there that their kids got to make sure food is on the table. So they don't got time for all of that stuff. So that's why we don't really see them. But that's what social media is doing to you. It's putting that image in front of you.
But I don't think it starts with social media.
No, I don't start with social media.
Right. So because before that, you had what? The image thing with you have to perm your hair, or you did the natural hair don't look good. That whole brainwash slave mentality. Then when you're talking about filters, you have the girls that put so much makeup on their face that them call them Berger paint in Jamaica. And then you have the ones now that can literally right now, no social media. I'm talking about in your face, like they say in Jamaica, in a real life. They catfish you in real life. They put this makeup on, like some contour type makeup. And let me tell you, when they take that off, it's like a totally different person. So it's been.
Listen, I'll be honest. This is where I feel for the guys, some of you, because now it also depends on what you go for, but there are some things out there right now that can really deceive how a woman looks. I mean, from waist trainers to makeup to hair to breasts to butt lifts. I mean,
man, Alicia, let me tell you something,
man. The next morning, you'll be like, who is that?
Alicia, let me tell you something, man. I no one has to agree with me, but I still believe a black woman is the greatest thing that was ever created on this earth. A black woman, and the black woman that stays down with herself, that keeps herself up, don't have to be with the crowd, don't have to do all that stuff. I think that was the greatest creation ever made, because you guys are so powerful. And the moment you guys stop forgetting that or start disbanding because you feel that other side took over, man, it's gonna get crazy. But you guys are the most beautiful, greatest. creatures ever made.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
say
we
hello from
appreciate
the
that
other side.
We appreciate the encouragement because it
No,
does
it's
feel
true.
like the other side has won. We
Right.
can't lie. It does feel like the other side has won and is
Alicia,
winning.
passionate about that. I want to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, we might have to switch roles, Leash.
Listen, we might have to have a group dialogue and I bring some chicks on here so y'all can hear the streets say for themselves.
And any girl that comes across me, they'll tell you I say the same thing. Anyone. It don't matter how I tell you, like, yo, man, like, nah, like you got don't why you wearing a wig? Let that shit hang. Let that shit hang. You feel me? Let it hang.
It's refreshing to hear from the fellas how y'all feel because the pressures that us women have to look so put together and to be our selfies got to be on point with the angles and the filters and the this and the that and the what are you wearing, and for Chris, what does the background look like? Make sure it's clean because he'll talk about you. You know, it's like there's so many there's so many things that we have to consider, and it's not necessarily that we're trying to keep up, but it's like we don't want to be disregarded. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I think also, Alicia, that perception that you have is the same perception that a lot of men have when they see women like yourself. They perceive I can't approach this person. This woman
They're
look
not
like she's all
confident.
they're not
Thank
confident.
you,
So just
Preach.
just like you were just saying, you know, your perception you have is that you know, the twerkers out there getting it. Some of these men may have the same perception that I can't approach her. Look, she all together.
Yeah,
She
they
look like she got it
scared.
going on.
Right?
I'm a
She don't look
garbage
single.
man.
She don't look
You know,
single.
I would
I
say,
listen to Big, Notorious B.I.G.
yeah.
wait, you heard Tamara in the chat. She said, "Thanks, Joe. I'll let my sister know." Just so you know, her sister's Cassandra.
Oh, that's a
Ah,
sister.
I
but
said
that name
where's
that bring a smile to
Cassandra?
Joe's face every
It
time.
does. We need to have a love match on. That's what he
Telling you,
said.
man, Joe lucky.
Nah, man. Nah, Cassandra cool, man. I just like how she came on and told her story. Like, that's what I mean. Like, yo, y'all still winning. Like, stuff like that's gonna happen, but it's all about the bounce back.
You just like her dimples.
Y'all are the best. But so you're saying, Mark, that some men have the same pressures of not being able to approach certain women because of the confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
I'll give you this example, not example, experience. So I saw, where was I? Down in Miami. We was down in Miami near South Beach, and I saw a black Chinese girl. This still to this day, next to my wife, of course. This to this day is still one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. I'm like, I just want to say hi. And I mean, she was like, she had to be a model somewhere, but she said she wasn't anyway. I just went and said, listen, I'm not trying to hit on you. I'm not trying to, you know, do anything, but I just want to say, you look beautiful. What do you mix with? She said she's Chinese and black. I said, you look stunning. And that's all I want to say. She said, you know what? No one has ever, everybody who's come out here have come up, hey, babe, hey, let me, you know, let me holler at you, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's all I want. I just want to say that. And I had my piece. Then, you know, I mean, she didn't want to talk to me. She just said, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, have a good day. And the things that went through my mind before I went to say, I said, now, if I go to, I wonder if she going to be one of those, excuse me, who are you talking to me about? So I really had to get you know, my courage up. But I'm just imagining how many men would not approach her in that manner, you know, or just be afraid to approach her at all. So I'm saying that, yeah, men up on the same pressure or the same misconception as women are, that she's unapproachable. She's gonna say something, blah blah blah. So let me not speak to her. Let me speak to the girl who looked like she dancing on the club bar, because she looked like she's a little more open to conversation. You know, so
And that's because of social media.
yeah.
She opened a conversation.
She
No,
looked like she open for conversation.
but a lot of times they have this look to it, this resting face. They have a stink look. I don't know if it's to ward off the demons and the sharks, you know.
But they don't even look approachable.
Right, yeah, and some of them don't even know how to act, you know, like it, because like I open the door because I still believe in chivalry. So if I'm going in the store and I see like ladies walking in, I'm gonna hold the door and let you walk in. Let me tell you something. When I hold the door and let them walk in, let me tell you, see the stink look I get? It's like, what, you gonna try to talk to me? No, I'm just holding the door out of courtesy. I don't even get a thank you.
We don't know them type of women, Chris. Like you tell us these stories and it goes so over our head because we don't know these type of women. I'm not saying they don't exist. The viewers, they don't know like these bitchy women. Like that's not our
all
viewers.
The viewers don't know not like they need more viewers.
Well, let's talk about rejection because I heard something interesting this week. Men handle rejection better than women. True or false?
Definitely.
You say true? Mark, you say false? Joe, what you say?
True.
You say true?
Mm-hmm.
So it starts from the moment, like at the club, I guess, when the guy has to go through like 5 women just to get one that might, not reject him versus. So it's like you guys get a lot of practice in the rejection.
Nah, man. You just gotta understand that life goes on. On to the next. If you know me, I don't holler at girls in the club. As much as y'all see me on here, you see me walk, like I would be in the club and I would not. If I holler at you, it's probably because somebody probably say, "Oh, you ain't got it no more," or something like that. But I would never call you. I really don't. Yeah, I don't want you. So it's like if a girl tells me no, it's gonna be like, all right, well, you have a nice day, all right, because I know what I bring to the table.
But you know what also though? What about the classic game that females play? It's called hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That
so you
too.
play hard to get first. No, I'm just building on
Go ahead.
how the thing is, right? So you play hard to get. We're used to it. We're used to you rejecting us, even if you like us. You get what I'm saying? So we get inoculated to it more so than women. Women are not used to that. A woman walk up to a man. Let me tell you something. You know that them call me in Jamaica already because I reject them. Batman. All right. Because
That's true. That's true.
Don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Can't be
like, he must be gay.
Then
yeah.
I'm a Batman.
Yeah.
All right. So that just proves to me that women can't handle rejection, because if a woman don't want to talk to me, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, yeah, you're gay." That's why. That's gonna be the only reason why.
I think because we're emotional, we don't wear rejection well. So for you guys, there's not much skin in the game. If a chick tells you no, you'd be like, all right, fine. And you go to the next one. Now, some of you get disrespectful with it. Like, well, I don't want to talk to you anyway. I like your friend. Or, you can't stand those ones, that get all in their bag when you tell them, like, no, thank you. They get all sorts of emotional and flip on you.
Yeah.
But for women, like, when we get rejected, like we kind of wear that thing for a while. It might turn into like an actual shirt, and you can see it in our face. Now you're talking about the resting bitch face. Like once we've been rejected, that could scar us differently.
And then you start talking about the girls on social media winning. They got the big butts.
You ever been rejected?
Of course, I've been rejected. I've been rejected. Listen, growing up in Denver, you think black men were looking for black women? No, I got rejected to the mixed girls, to the white girls. And not that I did a lot of approaching, but when you're friends with the mixed ones, they got present. And that's another thing with our black men. Like there is this image that some of you all have of status where once you get on, you leave your ass for a white girl. That's a real thing. It's so real. He did it himself and he came up with the lyrics.
No, but it's true.
It's true. So I was friends, when you're friends with, the white ones or the mixed ones, you see the special treatment that some brothers give them that they don't give black women. So I don't know what's going on in our music videos. I don't know what's going on in our culture.
That's another
mixed girls have gotten special treatment. I will say it as a thorough black woman myself who's not mixed with anything except Jamaican. I'm sorry, you don't have to wonder what I'm mixed with or wonder why my complexion or hair is the way it is. I am 100% black. I'm
but
not
Alicia,
mixed. But a lot of times, and I know I'm ranting, crowd,
No, you're not ranting.
just deal with me for a second.
I want you to also consider this. Who, you've heard the term red bone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so Chris is the example of the light skinned brother here on the you know, and I know y'all saw what was that movie? New York, not Harlem Night. What is it? Wesley Snipes.
New Jack
So
City.
pretty motherfucker. So we darker
Nino
black men,
Brown.
yeah, Nino, darker black men
Mhm.
also always had that. We always had to, we knew when the light skinned brother came in the house. If he came in the room, it was like, oh man, you already knew bro. And don't let him come in looking decent.
Ah,
You can
man.
have a dark skinned, handsome brother, but a light skinned, all right looking brother, and we
Oh
already know who y'all
man.
going for. And don't let them have wavy hair. Oh, it's a done deal.
With the green eyes.
It's a done deal. So again, what you're talking about is the same. Men battle the same thing, but it's all about again, men. I would say as far as men, we are visually stimulated, but that
Mhm.
don't mean that that's what I want. I mean that it looks good. And I think like you said earlier before, look at Holly Berry. I still think one of the most beautiful women on the planet, but she's been married 3 times, and 3 men have said, you know what, no. So it's so
I
it's
don't
all
think she's
about,
as good as. I don't think she's as good as.
huh?
She's not as good as.
Oh, bro, I don't know. That's my girl, though. But again, that's showing my age, right? Cause she about 60 now, right? Anyway,
Oh,
but no, she ain't that old.
yeah.
But uh, but so
She
that's
old.
that's the same thing that
Joe says she
we
old.
men are dealing with. We deal with we know the light skinned brother gonna be picked over with y'all. Now, could you say growing up, when you saw a light skinned brother with a dark skinned brother, what was your choice?
I always prefer dark skin.
Then you're not the person I need to be asking that question
Oh, but Mark,
Wait,
I pick a
we
darker
gon' we
skinned girl
gonna
over a
save
red
this.
girl too.
Listen,
Yep.
colorism needs to be its
Mm.
own top. Like we really need to spend some time here because
Yep.
we have some deep rooted
Mhm.
things that we need to unlearn
Yeah,
and
okay.
just talk through because like I said, from my experience, light skinned women are always winning, which I could be corrected in you all's point of view.
Well, no, Lisa, I
You guys
would
are
add
saying
this.
light skinned guys was the was
The one thing I forgot to add was that also, a lot of these athletes and rappers, people with money, also know this, that when they get into that crowd, like when you pull a young athlete out of high school and send him to a college, he's going to these big colleges,
Mhm,
and these big colleges don't have a lot of dark skinned women there. And the
mhm,
person who the facility, the person, especially if this person is not that smart, they're gonna give you a tutor. And you know who that tutor is probably gonna be?
A white
a
girl.
white girl.
Exactly.
It's
So the
true.
majority, so when you go to USC, University of Miami, Florida State, University of Alabama, wherever, the majority of the people you're gonna be hanging around is gonna be of the Caucasian persuasion, and that's what. And yeah, so that's a whole nother topic we get into. But
Yeah, Mark, because I think
but I would like to know in the NBA. I would really like to know how many, because I know what's highlighted and what's seen, but I would really like to know how many people there actually have a dark skinned wife opposed to the ones you see with the white
yeah,
wife.
Mark, I see a try for them, but honestly, no. I believe this is their mentality. They're just brainwashed, and the whiter the woman is the reach now. This is because
Mhm.
this is how
They
they
made
work.
it.
This is how we're taught.
Mhm.
This is how we're taught all these years. This is the epitome of a
Of
woman.
success. Yeah, once you get
Like you said,
successful,
the
you have a
trophy.
certain
This
look.
is the biggest trophy, the primest trophy I can have. So I believe that's where everything is deriving from, right there. I don't believe it's anything because I went to a college at a point in time where barely is like a sprinkle of black people. And let me tell you something. There's probably about 2 black girls in there, and guess who I like? The two
Both
black
of them.
girls that's in there. So I mean, it's you and your preference. So it's really how you play into that. You know, and I grew up differently, so I didn't look at it that way. So I look at it in a different way. I look at dark skin in a different way.
Yeah, but Chris, you also didn't need to be accepted though. And I think to Mark's point, a lot of these guys need to feel validated or accepted so they like what they are encouraged to like almost, because they don't have, remember your dad was in your home to kind of give you the ropes of things. Your mom is also in your life. So if they don't have like that teaching either passed down or they just experience on their own, then a lot of them just go with what's popular.
And I agree 100% because that's what this whole thing is, acceptance mode. So I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was fortunate, but
Oh my gosh, guys, we're over time. I'm so sorry. We got so engulfed in this conversation. So it's obvious that we need to social media, we definitely digged into that. We got some great conversation out of that, but this colorism we gotta come back to this one of these days. But
yes.
for the viewers tuning in, thank you again for rocking with us. I know I have a sudden stop, but I'm looking at the time like, oh, we definitely went over. For those of you that don't know, Chris is very meticulous when it comes to time. He's definitely teaching me to be more responsible in that area.
I don't want to go in the kitchen like the first episode.
Appreciate that, Chris.
You're welcome.
All right, guys.
Shout out to our new viewers, man. We got a lot of new viewers out
Got
there.
a lot of new ones.
Love the support. One time for that boy Mentor. That's why I got on my Poetic Justice hoodie. He's
Don't forget that picture in the background, Joe, of you.
Oh yeah.
Star boy.
Hey, social media taught me that I have to have props up in the back doing these things. So that's why I have the props, the candles. I'm thinking of more things. So thank you.
Hey Joe, I was gonna have those be my props. But I'm not sure if that's appropriate. I'm not sure if that's appropriate or not. So I'll work on my props.
Not showing your mind.
You guys are a mess. Anyway, until next week. Look, I don't even have a closeout for this week. Guys, thanks for rocking with us. New folks, welcome. Thank you for rocking with us. We're here every Sunday night, same time, same place.
One time for the Dark Brothers.
Our light-skinned guys walk good.
Hey, you guys be safe. Y'all will bless.
Goodbye.